Hello, I'm Daniel Goldstone, co-founder and CEO of RangeTeller. Here's the problem. Community banks and credit unions turn away borrowers they should approve. Experian found 26% of rejected applicants were actually creditworthy. Lenders know this, but the software to fix it costs about $1.5 million to build in-house. We sell it at a fraction of the cost, starting at $36,000 a year. Let me show you what it does. This is RangeTeller on an ordinary laptop, exactly how it runs inside a bank. I'm loading a lending history, every application, the decision that was made, and how each loan actually performed. A strategy is a set of readable rules over their data. I add a rule on payment history, adjust thresholds with these sliders, and combine rules so an applicant passes if enough of them agree. The framework does the statistical heavy lifting, testing thresholds and combinations against the data, but the analyst decides what's allowed in. If they know something the data doesn't, a local employer closing, a seasonal pattern, they encode it as a rule. And notice the entire strategy fits on one screen. Anyone can read it. That's the patent pending part. Performance without the black box. RangeTeller replays the full history under the new strategy and shows what would have happened. The approval is up 34% and no increase in the default rate. Same applicants, more good loans, no added risk. And because it's tested on the lender's own history, the result reflects their community, not a national average. Here's the part boards and regulators care about. I click any decision and there's its explanation in plain language. Which rules fired, at which thresholds, and what would need to change for an approval. Black box vendors reconstruct explanations after the fact, per decision, per jurisdiction. Here the strategy is the explanation. And this is live in the market. It's not a prototype. A UK building society pays for it today, deployed institution-wide. We've also run a pilot where a lender's own risk team independently measured an 18% profit uplift, which was the equivalent of £25 million. We've been selected by the accelerators of 3 major UK banks, and our method is patent pending. The strategic focus is 8,500 US community lenders and the UK building societies and credit unions. All of them are facing new transparency deadlines with no affordable option. Their choice is $1.5 million to build or starting at $36,000 a year to buy. This is too expensive to build and too valuable to ignore.